Assalamualaikum sir, my name is Muhammad MUZAMMIL bin Muhammad IRUSATH. Today I and my fellow group members, who is Muhammad ZULSHAHRIL, Muhammad Hariz and RAJVIRPAL, going to present our problem-based task for open source server administration. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start off with the introduction. So this problem-based task is based on how to install email service in Linux Debian 11. To install email service, have to know how to configure email, to have MUA, MTA, and MDA. More than that, we have to use appropriate software during MTA and MDA configuration so that we can get correct output through this assignment. Lastly, we have to demonstrate which is do a testing sending an email between two users and receiving an email between two users. An application known as mail server or MTA, mail transfer agent, mail transport agent, mail router or internet mailer serves the purpose of receiving incoming mails from local users and remote senders, as well as forwarding outgoing messages for delivery. So first of all, I'm going to start off with how to install Linux Debian 11. So the first step is we have to click the new icon, which is the blue color icon over here. The second step is name your machine and select its operating system. So for example, we can name anything we want, but in this case, we have named it Debian, and the type is Linux. The version is Debian 64-bit, and then you have to click next over here. Thirdly, set the memory size as default and click next. So in this memory size section over here, you don't have to edit anything, just leave it as it is, and then click next. The fourth one is click use an existing virtual hard disk file and click create. So once you enter this hard disk section over here, at the bottom you can see use an existing virtual hard disk file over here. You need to click that and then click this folder icon over here, and then you need to click your iOS file. And then once you click your iOS file, click create over here. The fifth step is log in as Hamzi2 and change its member's name as PBTOSA. So you have to go inside this, which is you have to type sudo nano /etc/sudoers, and then you have to edit your name as PBTOSA over here, and then you have to Control O to save it, and then enter Control X to exit this command prompt over here. And then the last step is you have to restart back and log in as PBTOSA when the next time you log in. Okay, so thank you, sir. That is all for my part. Now, my group member ZULSHAHRIL will present on how to configure email.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Sir Hamzi. My name is Muhammad DZULSHAHRIL bin DZULKHAIRI. My number matrix is 01DDT21F1023. So first of all, I want to say thank you, Muza, for the presentation. So let me continue for our presentation. So I will explain about how to configure email step by step. So first one, you type sudo hostname ctl space set hostname space mail.pbtosa.com, and then click enter and then type sudo apt get update. So this I want to set the the fully qualified domain name for the terminal. For example, the email you want to send, use the mail pbtosa.com. So next, next we install and configure MTA by typing sudo apt get install postfix. After you click enter, it will show you like this. Then. So next step, during the installation process, it will appear postfix configuration. So if you want to click the OK, use arrow key on your keyboard button, then enter to click OK. So next step, then select internet site as the configuration type and enter mail.pbtosa.com as your server's domain name when prompted. After then all of that, it will go back to the terminal. Next, after install the postfix service type, sudo get gedit /etc/postfix/main.cf, and then it will show you like this in the picture. After that, you fill the blue highlight in this picture. After done all of configuration for MTA, type sudo systemctl start postfix. to start the configuration. Then install and configure MDA by type sudo apt-get install .vcode core .vcode imat d and then click enter. After done, install the MDA, type sudo gedit /etc slash .vcode slash conf.t slash 10 mail.conf, and then it will appear like this. Then you fill the blue highlight. After that, edit another file by type sudo gedit /etc slash .vcode slash conf.t slash 10 out.conf. Then go to the bottom of the file and fill the blue highlight in the same in the right in like the picture below. After done all the configure for MDA, you can type sudo systemctl stat .vcode to able to use the service. Next, don't forget to install mailutils service by type sudo apt-get install mailutils to able to send email between user. And then you type Y to confirm the configuration. That is all from me. I will pass to Muhammad Hariz for the next presentation. Thank you.
Thank you to Rizul for the presentation. So for the next part, we have to do a testing on email by sending and receiving between two users. Before that, my name is Muhammad Hariz bin ZAHRULLAIL and my metric number is 012221F1029. So to do a testing on an email, we have to create two users by name user1 and user2 with password. If you want to put a full name and the other information is up to you. And then after done, type Y to confirm the information. So this is a sudo. So this is a user1 configuration looks like, and then this is a user2 configuration looks like. After done I create two user, you have to type su minus the username or your testing. We have to testing the user1, send the email to the user2. So by right, we have to enter su minus user1 to log in the user mails. If you want to send an email to other user, just type echo in the bracket, double bracket, anything you want to say, and then spread mail minus s, and then the objective of the email to the user to alias mail.pptosa.com. So for the full view of the configuration, this is a configuration on the Debian, which is a user one mails that want to send. This is a test mail to the user two, and then check if the email that you send receive to the user that you want to send or not. In this picture, user 2 receive an email from user 1. So to check the user, we have to log in into user mail, which is type su minus user 2, and then we just enter the password, and then just enter syntax mail, which is the for the email information. Then the information will appear as this page. So for the user one, this is emails look like. And then for the confirmation that the user one send to the mail to the user two, we have just see at this, which is return path and original to the user mail. And then if you want to reply back to the user one, you just type echo in the bracket anything you want to say, and then mails minus s, a reply mail to the user, which is a target, which the back to the return path of a user 2 alias mail.pptosa.com. So in this picture, user 1 received an email from the user 2. So this is a configuration on this Debian slide. So I think that's all for me. I will pass this presentation to Raj to continue this presentation. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is RAJVIRPAL and my card number is 01 f 150. and today I will be finishing our PPT presentation for OSA. So thank you to Hariz for presenting the testing part. I'll be doing the conclusion and reference. So for conclusion, after we successfully complete the configuration of MUA, Mail User Agent, MTA, Mail Transfer Agent, and MDA, Mail Delivery Agent in our Linux Debian 11, we will have a setup a complete email system on our system. This means that we now have the necessary components to send, receive, and manage email messages. So once the configuration is done, we can now use the we can now use the service for email normally. So for reference, we have three main links. The first link is to install and configure Postfix SMTP server on Debian. The second link we use to see how to install and configure Postfix as a send-only SMTP server on Debian 10. And finally, the third link we use to see the configuration for mail transfer agent. That's all from us. Thank